Hello, hello, hello. Evening all. Bloody hell, that was quick. Wig, what the heck? Oh, hell. I mean, hello. Very well done, Wig. Yes. If you hadn't have said that, I wouldn't have even realised. Oh, hell, indeed. That was very quick. Never in the field of human, whatever this is, have I noticed that it was that quick ever. I hadn't got myself ready. I hope you're well, Wig. Hope all is good in your world. So, Forrest, throughout the further chase, gave many statements that could have led someone to believe that when he says he was spiritual, he was spiritual. Because the phrases that he used sort of lended to that. And some of the words I've used might not be what Forrest Fenn was meaning. So once you travel down the path, and Forrest said he didn't like staying on the path, you'd always go off somewhere, which is not good if you're spiritual, because I'm no expert, so don't, quote me. But the whole point is to follow the path. And I say that because the path is yours. And you can't go down anybody else's path. You have to go down your path. And therefore, you have to stay on it. Because if you go off it, you fail. You never become enlightened. I suppose that's what they say. But you can embarrass yourself when you go within, when you look at the things that you've done, that have been done to you. You could spend days, weeks, months maybe, depending on all the things that have happened to you, reflecting on the embarrassing things that you've done and, to yourself and probably to other people. Hey, Trusted, how you doing? Hey, Captain. Good day. It has been a good day. Do you know what I did today? You'll all be very surprised, I know, because I was surprised when I was doing it. But I mowed my lawn today. Yep, I know. It's November and we're halfway through, but I mowed my lawn today. I mowed the neighbours as well because I say the neighbours as well. It's like two houses connected together and we share the front lawn. But he has like a lot of lawn and I have a little bit of lawn. But it's the same lawn. And he normally cuts the lawn at the front. But because I cut my lawn, mowed the lawn, there was no snakes in there. You'd be happy to hear. So no snakes in the grass while I was doing it. But it's like, do I leave it and look out there all through the winter? I think, oh, lawn needs cutting. Or do I go out and cut it? And I thought, well, I don't care what people think anyway, so it's my lawn and I'm going to cut it. So I cut it. It's no different than if it was your hair. I mean, obviously, not my hair, but your hair maybe. Like if it needs cutting, it needs cutting. And you know, I'm not beholden to anyone to say, well, it's November. You're not supposed to cut the grass in November. And I have to admit, there was still, the ground was still frozen. But it is what it is. It looks nice anyway now. now that I've done it. And I've tried a different pattern on the front, so I've yet to find out if Dave likes it or not. I don't know why I did it differently, but I just felt like I'll try it like this. And then as I was doing it, I was going, that wasn't a good idea. So it's sort of like that the shape is. And if I start from that end, this side, I normally do a triangle if ever I do it in the middle because it doesn't go straight. Obviously, with it being like that, you can do that bit straight, and then when it gets to this bit, no. So if you start from this side, it's diagonal all the way across. So I do lines, like Dave just cuts it. Doesn't matter, but I like the lines. So if you don't care about the lines, then it doesn't matter how you cut it. But so I think because Dave's 90, 89, 90, 90, he runs around like a flipping a younger man, but I'm pretty certain that he won't be, running around for much longer. Just take a little off the back. Yeah, just the sides, please. Just the sides and the back. Leave the top. Yeah, I don't go anymore. I'm not paying like full price to have half a haircut. Not even half. That would be crazy. Like, do me a favour, cut my hair. Which one? So no, I did it myself now. Can't you tell? Professionally done. I don't even use the mirror anymore. I used to. I used to make sure it was all done perfect. Now I just go assume that I've done everything, and then put the clippers away. I'm pretty certain that if I've missed a bit, somebody will say, "Do you know you missed a bit?" And I'm like, "No, I don't, but I do now." And then I'll sort it out. Redneck, hello. It's been a while. I hope you're well. So, Forrest is spiritual, and one of the things he said was, "You can backdoor." Now, some people don't realise that I took that on board, fully aware that people within the spiritual realm of things actually do something like that, which is not good, really. Like, you shouldn't really do that, but it is what it is. So now I backdoor, um, in the nicest sense of that word. Well, not nicest sense because it's not, but not in the sexual sense of that word. And Forrest also told us that he had a hold card. So I made sure I had one of those as well. And 4 cards and a joker. Well, 5 aces. That'll do. I had to reboot. Uh-oh. What, you personally trusted? Like you went, hang on, wherever your button is, and then rebooted yourself. The Israeli spyware that is installed. Oh dear, nothing gets past trusted. Yeah, I have a Samsung. I've got a Z6, I think, or whatever. Man, them things cost a lot of money for what they are. But I used, when they first came out, I would have Motorola, and then I changed from Motorola to Samsung, and I haven't looked back. I've never had an issue, to be fair, but oh, it was never an issue in the family to have a Samsung. But yeah, I put some videos on Facebook about all the things these companies do to spy on you, even your TV. Like, be careful, people, because they make TVs that spy on you, like a camera and everything. That's crazy, absolutely crazy. And you all consenting because you bought it. Crazy. But your TV has a camera in it at the bottom. Not all TVs. The smart TVs, the newer ones, certain companies. So you don't think anything of it, but if you look, it's possible that you have got a camera at the bottom of your TV. And there's no reason for it. Well, there is a reason. They'll give you a reason for it, but there isn't any reason for it. If you want to put something on your TV, you can connect your phone to your TV and put that on there. But I don't know. Monsieur Frank, how are you? Ah, the old card. Well, he might have implemented the old card as well, but so like the first draft, that's hidden somewhere. Like there's some information hidden somewhere, and nobody knows where it is. Well, I know where it is. Like nobody knows where it is, but I know where it is. So somebody knows where it is, but nobody knows where it is. So there's some information that's hidden but not buried, and people will be shocked when that information comes out. And you know, it's not written down anywhere. Doesn't mean there isn't a hard copy of it. Just means it wasn't wrote anywhere. Might have been typed. It could be braille. I'm trying to think of different ways that it could have been. There could be a tablet and it was chiseled. Um, there isn't. Well, not as I know to, but the old card. Dang. My wife and daughter got me into the Netflix show Stranger Things. I feel like the chase is in the upside down. My wife and daughter got me into the Netflix show Stranger Things. Stranger Things is quite a good show. That lady was on, the photographs and everything. And it's like, smile. And she's like, but I mean, you can look at it two ways. He was being awkward with her because he wanted her to smile and she wasn't. Or he wanted to take a nice picture of her because he didn't want to take a picture of her looking like a miserable git, which she obviously was in the way that she reacted. So, in order to do a favour, he asked her to smile. I'm just assuming this. I don't know if this is fact. So, like, smile. She's like, oh, well, do you want me to take a picture of you with the flipping, mouth down to your knees? So, some people, they can't be helped, even though you try and desire it. High hand is 5 twins cut. Warm springs is just lovely this time of year. So are the bed springs. Actually, no, not bed springs. They're memory foam stuff now, aren't they? They're weird now. Doing well. Me or you? I hope you and your family are doing well. Being as you went in Stranger Things, it's quite a good program, that is. Oh, serious. The old hold card. Yes, the old hold card trick. My research has hit a roadblock, so I'm distracting myself with non chase interests. Well, being on TV is a good distraction, I suppose. Yes. Yes. That's why you need tenacity, I suppose. No, Frank, it will come out anyway. I have no doubt about that. It will be world news. World news. Galactic news. Universal news. There are a lot of beings interested in how things go with regard to the chase and other things. There's only one law, and that's the universal law. And these, I'm not going to go down that. This is a Forrest Fenn, um, just spiritual. I don't really want to talk about all that stuff. Don't mess with my stuff. I'm sure it will. I just can't sit patiently and not do nothing. I at least have to educate myself. Well, we all have to educate ourselves, and even if we are teachers, we are still learning. That's the hard part about being a teacher, to admit you don't know everything, even if you think you know everything. Because the world changes daily, even if you are expert in one field. And these people who are trying to achieve enlightenment, ascension, whatever, you're always going to learn something new. And the reason I say that is because even Father can learn something new. Based on others will come and do more wondrous things than I. Like I heard or read that somebody said he died for us. Crazy, really, when you think about it, because it would have been better if he lived for us. That would have been better. Like if he had the power, living for us would have been better. But as again, it is what it is. World news, yes, on Peggy, on Forrest. It's not a prediction. Well, is it a prediction? Oh, well, I suppose it's a prediction, but or a statement of fact. Depends, which way you look at it. Amy, always learning. Yes, and that's a good thing. And that means, you're not egotistical, doesn't it? That means you're not an overbearing narcissist if you're always learning. Like if you're open minded enough to say, well, hang on, I don't know everything. And I know some people think like I talk like I know everything, but I don't know everything. I just know what I know. And I try to make sure that what I know is factual. That's it. Like I try to see myself as heading down that spiritual path, that grey line, that me in the middle, that, you know, I'm going to do it. And then I think, well, we were told we had free will. And in order to walk this path, which is weird, really, I'll just shoot off a little bit and then come back. They say all roads lead to Rome, which is basically all religion leads to Rome, the Vatican. All paths lead to the Vatican. Doesn't matter what religion it is. It's all been made up from that point and turned around to be what it is from that point, being the Vaticans or being the Masons or whatever that got involved. And Satan, setting us all up for the weird ending, but ain't going to be that. So I walk the path and wonder if there's free will, why are there all these rules? Like, why do you have to fast? Why do you have to do all of these stipulations? Why can't you just wake up in the morning, be a good person, say good morning to mum and dad, go out with a smile on your face and love in your heart? Why can't you just do that? Why do you need all these rules? I'm starting to think you need all these rules, not because that's how it was. You need all these rules because that's how it is now. In order to get through life, you have to do certain things. Because if you don't, people are going to shit on you. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. If you don't do certain things, people are going to come in the unseen, and do bad things to you without your consent. So you have to protect yourself in your own home from idiots who think that they can take what doesn't belong to them. Crazy. And that's in the physical and in the unseen. See, the way I see it is if everybody is well off, nobody needs to steal anything. And if everybody is well off, nobody needs to buy anything that's been stolen. And yet, there are people who are well off that are still stealing. And they don't steal it with any remorse or guilt because they have enough money already. Like, why do I need to steal? I'm so rich. Why do I need to make these people suffer even though I have everything that I could want? Crazy. So the spiritual side of things, just like everything else, is only good if you're good. And if you're bad, then the spiritual side of things are a little bad. But the way that you need to protect yourself from these people. Leads them to be the ones that are suffering. And whilst they suffer, they blame you. They say, "You should let me destroy you. It's not fair. I want to destroy you and take everything you've got, and you won't let me, and you're a bad person." No, you're a bad person. And you will realize you're a bad person because everything you wanted to inflict on somebody is going to happen to you. Confirmation, I don't know if you heard that noise. So Forrest is spiritual. We'll take that as read because he said he was. And we were under the impression that he was a good kind of spiritual. And that we could trust him because he was a good kind of spiritual. And he was even invited to a Sundance ritual. Which means we can trust him because the Native American Indians trusted him. So this spiritual world that we're moving towards, out of this material world, which is screwing us over, was told to us by the Hopi and other people that this would come about. And in the Bible, 1,000 years of peace. So you have to wonder, why all these books on religion? Seriously, why all these books on religion or spirituality? Because man, human, fully understood there's a creator. Fully understood mother, being Mother Earth, nature, whatever. So there's a creator and a nature. And they got on fine with no books. And on the other side of the world, we have other tribes who understand that there's a creator and there's a mother. And she looks after us. She gives us everything that we need. And we live on her, in her, however you want to look at it. And yet we're not very thankful. Some of us thank Father, but forget about Mother. And yet Forrest says, go out into nature. Well, that's Mother. And Mother's smart. I think Forrest said something like that. Clever. And so is Father. You see, everything in nature is geared to run perfectly. Every animal exists and yet is fed upon by another animal. And it's so intricately balanced that if one of those animals disappears, things start to fall apart. Or if one of those animals increases in volume, not weight, like loads of them, things fall apart as well. How can that be coincidence? Like, we're supposed to believe that evolution takes place, survival of the fittest. Almost impossible for it to happen like that all the time. Because more often than not, if you're taken out of the environment that you know very well and you survive in that environment and you're brought into a different environment as an animal, chances are you'll end up dead. Like if you took a monkey out of the jungle and put him in the Arctic, he wouldn't survive. Or any animal, for that matter. If you took a lion and put him out, he probably wouldn't survive. And if you took a polar bear out and put it in the jungle, it probably wouldn't survive. It's amazing how it all seems to just work. Seems difficult, but not impossible. It's not even a forced habitat for any of them. They are where they're meant to be, and they survive being in that place. It would take a lot of knowledge for the majority of people to go out and live as an Eskimo. What if they have any books on religion or spirituality? So we have a world of humans who at some point in time were threatened by a group of people who wanted them to believe in their God. Not a creator, because they already believed in their God. Must be a reason behind that then, mustn't there? Like, imagine you come up to this island and you start speaking to these people, and they tell you that they've lived there for hundreds of years and they survive because of the creator and the mother and the spiritual goings on that they have. And you say to them, oh, no, 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 no. No, you don't want to believe in that. No, you want to believe in this. In this not very nice, not my father, yours, this not very nice God who says you have to do this, 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 and this. And if they say no, then they stay alive for very long. Now, I could have this bit wrong. I'm just, and some people in chat might tell me, was it Sitting Bull that refused to be a Christian? In my, I get this. He refused to be a Christian, and they killed him because they wanted him to convince all of his tribe to be Christians as well. But there was definitely a Native American Indian chief that said, nope, nope. No. And they tried all sorts of persuasion. You see, the fear of the people that run the Matrix is that they will have people within the Matrix that know they don't need what they're selling. And if they don't use what they're selling, they will wake up. And if they wake up, their rule is over. So, Forrest, being spiritual, would pull the weeds, water the garden, go out into nature, churches in the mountains along the river bottoms. And yet all of those things actually mean something. Even to the point that you could, if you had a card, know about gloves, know about a torch, and know about a sandwich. And they would have a meaning. I'm not saying that's the case, I'm just saying they would have a meaning. Those things would. You'd have a card and it'd have gloves on, and it'd tell you what that meant. You'd have a card, it'd have a torch on, it'd tell you what that meant. You'd card with sandwiches on, and it'd tell you what that meant. So the best way to understand how to move is that memories will remember. Your body already knows. Your soul, subconscious, whatever you want to, already knows. So you have to trust it. You have to trust your gut. You have to trust your nose. You have to trust your heart. You have to trust that your body knows and your mind knows what's best for you. And when you start doing those things, you start waking up. Psychopaths enjoy watching others suffer. Oh, absolutely. Well, what have I missed there? I said it's one of the many faces of Ram. Ah, one of those faces is Fenn. Oops. Don't want to do that. Yes, it is. I don't know what that is. Prediction. Maybe a prophecy. Yeah, I don't want to go down that road. I want people to say that. Earlier on in my videos, people say, oh, why don't you tell us what's going to happen? Why don't you tell us what's going to happen? And when I say what's going to happen, you still have a go at me. I'll just stick with being a misunderstood sociopath. I'm definitely misunderstood. Do you know the thing that I said most in my whole life? The saying that I say most throughout my entire life? What the hell is wrong with these people? That's how I grew up. Like, I would get into conversations and I would say things, and they would repeat something, not repeat something back to me, but say something back to me. And I'd be thinking, that's got fuck all to do with what I just said to you. I was nowhere even hinting at what you just replied to me. Whatever you think that I said, I didn't say that. And that's most of my life is like, what the fucking hell's wrong with these people? What? What are you talking about? What are you thinking? How do you think that that is even an acceptable thing to say or do, or that I would be thinking that that was an acceptable thing to say or do? And even now, I'm stunned. I think, what? What the heck is wrong with you? And these people now, it's like you are literally destroying yourself by trying to destroy someone else. There is nothing in my mind, nothing that can get to grips with that. I cannot understand that. Like, if it's the last thing I do, I will destroy you. It will be the last thing that you do, but you will not destroy that person. Like, that mentality just can't. And then you have even though you destroyed yourself, when you come back, whatever hardships that you still earned yourself, you've earned them, like you brought them on yourself, you're going to have to go through. That's crazy. Like, we go through life, and our life is purely our imagination. Whatever we talk about and conjure up in our own mind, that's what we come across. We're creating the crap that we live in. Because either it's happened for so long and we accept it and we just say, yes, it's going to happen again and again and again and again. Excuse me, confirmation. Or we just brought it on ourselves anyway because we're not strong enough. We don't have enough faith in ourselves based on how we grew up. And it's a simple change. Just be positive. Just want the best for someone else as well as yourself. And then you'll find that will come back to you. Love yourself enough that you have enough love of yourself to give to other people. And you will find that it will come back to you. Because that's universal law, not man's law. Universal law. As you reap, so shall you sow. To try to inflict pain, suffering, wanting people to lose stuff in this now moment, not before, in the other matrix, in this matrix where things have changed, doesn't make any sense. At some point, when you utter those words, I'm not asking for anyone to get hurt. When you utter those words that you want so and so to lose the house, so and so to lose the car, take themselves out, whatever. When you utter those words and they go off into the unseen, the spirits that you're asking to do your bidding are going to go, whoa, hang on, no, No, this person doesn't deserve that. So it goes back. It goes back. And the more you send out, the more it goes back. To the point that when you're wishing harm and you're asking the unseen to do it, and they're told that they can't, then that comes back. You see, this world and other worlds, other realms, are protected. This matrix no longer exists. Satan's idea doesn't work anymore. Anything that is meant to cause other people harm will be blocked and sent back. And the more people that wake up, they will be able to do that for themselves. And they will be able to claim back their power and claim their inheritance. And that will come from those people that have stole it for all these years. To the point that there may be a class action lawsuit. That people will get sued. And that is after being told you need to tell the truth or you will fail the test. You need to do the right thing. If you don't, everything that you have done that has caused harm or suffering to someone will be judged, and the wealth transfer takes place. Not just the wealth transfer, the abundance. Abundance is not just finance. Abundance is health, love, all sorts of knowledge, all sorts of things. Like you go blind because of the things that you did. You lose your hair because of the things you did. You people think that stuff that's happened is not known. I know they passed away, not hiding it. You think because nothing's said, it's not known. All of it is known. I've told you hundreds of times. It's all known. All of it is known. It's crazy. This world is changing. It's changing. From the material to the spiritual. Was Forrest ahead of the game? I don't know, maybe. But I can assure you, it is changing. And those people, seriously, those people with that wealth that was earned illegally and the cause of much, much suffering will find out what vengeance is mine means. Listen, if not for my name, I would have nothing. Father, his one name for eternity, Yahuwah is all he has. His children have been stolen. His creation has been stolen. His abundance has been stolen. He has his name. That's all he has. And not many people speak it. They blaspheme him and take his name in vain daily. His children that don't even know him. It's like getting a divorce. Not even like getting a divorce. It's like having your children taken and getting fostered by someone else that says loads of nasty things about you. And your children are growing up without knowing you, without wanting to know you, because they are not told about you. So that's all going to change. But that's crazy, isn't it? If not for my name, I would have nothing. And we have two creators that, for want of a better word, have treasure. We're the treasure. We're his children. And he's our treasure. And he's hidden, but not buried. You see, every other god, every other god, every other god is dead. And we have a living God. But nobody knows his name. Nobody talks it. Well, not nobody. Okay, not nobody. Some people know his name, but not many. And they call him names like God, Allah, Hubal, Baal, Lord, Jesus, Yahweh, Jehovah, Adonai. No, not Adonai. Not one name for eternity. So spiritually, excuse me, what do people who believe in spirituality believe when it comes to the Most High? See, I cannot be a spiritual person because I don't believe in God. I believe in Yahuwah. And the reason I believe in Yahuwah is because he left word. In the beginning was the word, and the word was Yah. Hallelujah. Yah. Praise Yah. So he left word. And in that word, those words were creation. Science will prove it. So he left word about creation, but he also left word about how we were supposed to live. And his son, Yahshua, or Yahsha, depending on that Hebrew, salvation or savior, however that is, told us this is how you live. Not the way to my Father is through me and you need to come to me to get to my Father. The way to my Father, our Father, Abba, the way to our Father is to do the things that I did. Do the things that I am doing at that time, but now do the things that I did, and you will get to the Father. Now, there is no sin. The only sin there is failure to find Father. We know that, and it's a synonym, but we know that because the wage of that failure is death. Listen, the wage of that failure is death. That's what you've got to pay. It's death. But if you succeed, if there is no sin, you don't fail. If you succeed, you get eternal life. Sin, being failure, is death. But if you win, no sin. If you no failure. If you win, eternal life. Listen, there cannot be sin. It's impossible. Things are only supposed to be difficult, not impossible. There can't be sin. It's impossible because we're here to learn. The soul within us, we're the temple. We don't need churches. We're the temple. Within us sits the Father, God. We are God. Within, without. There is no sin. We are here to learn. If we are here to learn, everything is on the table because we have to learn. Now, I say there is no sin, but there is universal law that says don't kill anyone. Honor thy father and thy mother, earth. Honor them. Not worship them. Honor them. Love them. They are divine beings who want the best for their children. They are not to be feared unless you're an evil son of a bitch. And even then, listen, even then, what is happening to these evil sons of bitches? They're getting karma. Karma is a lesson. They need to learn that they can't do these bad things. Not a bad person doing it. Father's not a bad person doing it. No different than father, here in this 3D reality, no different than the teacher. You need to learn the lesson, and therefore you are told to do something in order to learn that lesson. But if you didn't do it wrong in the first place, you would not be getting the lesson. Remember, this is school. Earth is school. If you didn't do it wrong in the first place, you wouldn't be getting the lesson. You wouldn't be getting the karma. Or you get a star. Remember the asterisk? You get a star. Even that is, spiritual. Not what I'm talking about now, but that. So you get the star, or whatever it is that these teachers give when you're good. So you get dharma, you get karma. We are learning, and if you're learning, if you're a good student, listening good. If you're a good student, all good. And if you're a bad student, not so much. But Forrest told us it's full of bullies. Another spiritual thing, but it's full of bullies. People who want to take from you. They want to take stuff that doesn't belong to them. Your energy, your inheritance. Now, when that happens and they want you, wah, I would freak out, but then they'd probably take the video, clip it, and then have me going, see, look at him. I don't mind anyway, to be fair, I don't care. But just don't give them that. Don't judge them. Don't worry about them. Don't get what's due to them. Just live your life. Worry about you. Make you the best person that you can be. Live your life the way you want to live it. Don't worry about no one else. Accept all your flaws. Do what you want to do as long as it's within universal law. And it has to be within earthly law because you'll get, arrested. But you can't learn and have free will in the material world. It's impossible. It's impossible. Because you're always going to get judged on what it is that you've done. He who has not sinned, cast the first stone. So you don't judge anyone because you're that person. Or potentially you've done something. So who are you to judge? We're told that's the case. And yet people judge every day. And they have this envy and this greed and all of these things. This pride. Just be you, for fuck's sake. It's not difficult. Just accept who you are. Accept what's been done. Love everything about you. Whether you're, a size 20 or a size 4, too thin or too big, doesn't matter. You are you. That's who you're meant to be. Be you. I was watching a video earlier and the person was struggling to say stuff because they were fearful of the judgment of people. So why? Who are they to judge? If you want to say it, say it. I'm not going to hold back. I'll say what I think because what I think is true. Absolutely true. And nobody better come to me and say, no, it's not. Because it is. And they better not come to me and say I can't say it. Because you're not going to stop me telling the truth. Just not. And that's what they're trying to do all around the world. They're trying to stop people saying the truth. Because when people find out it's them, that will need that new rope that Forrest was talking about. Out of respect. Because they are going the right way to just themselves. Now this I don't know if it's true or not. This I don't know if it's fact. Because, as I said to Trusted, I can't read the Hebrew. But I can tell you one thing. The Catholics, not Christians, the Catholics that started this bullshit religion. Right hand. I'm not doing it. forehead 3 times. And then it went all the way. So a mark on the right hand and on the forehead, or a mark with the right hand on the forehead. I don't know how it was written in Hebrew. To know that it says it can be either on the right hand or on the forehead, or if it means using the right hand to mark the forehead. Because this is the early bullshit God, Satan religion that started. And they did it 3 times. That leads into something else. So potentially you could have to walk into a place and admit that you worship evil by signing yourself. And they might not need to put anything inside you or mark you. There are religions around the world that wouldn't do that because it's not what they believe. And it started with Catholics, not Christians. Which is beyond any belief that Christians would take the Vatican as the holy place, considering it started with Catholics and not Christians. Considering that what Catholics believe, some of what Catholics believe, Christians don't. And that would be the same with, the Muslims and those. With what they believe and what Christians believe, even though it's similar, it's not the same. So spirituality, Forrest told us, is the way to go. And that he was not religious. And I can see why not. Because all roads lead to the Vatican. They lead to Rome. That's probably why the saying comes about. All roads lead to Rome. Can't just blame the Romans because the Greeks did their fair share of changing words, history, whatever. They have a lot to answer for. Not today's Greeks. The BS history story that we got told. So our history is not what we think it is. And this material world is not how we should be living. And if we wake up, excuse me, confirmation. And if we wake up and call our power back and our inheritance, and we do the dark night of the soul, and we do have self-love for ourselves, and we do find Father without and within, and we do ground ourselves in Mother Nature, our lives will be better. Considerably better. And their lives will be considerably worse. And we're at that point now where these celebrities are suffering. Remember when I'm talking, I'm not saying every Mason is evil, every celebrity is evil, Every elite is evil. Every government person is evil. Every priest is evil. Every vicar is it. I'm not saying that. Those that are, and they are suffering. Hence, cancelled gigs and stuff. And I'm not saying that because these people look bad, they are evil. I mean, that Dwayne the Rock isn't looking too good. I'm not saying he's not looking too good because he's evil. I'm saying, look, these people are going to be found out for who they are pretty much by how they are acting. And then the truth will come out. We're already seeing it. And it can't, like I said, it can't all come out at once because the world would be an uproar if every evil son of a bitch was out with it at the same time. Plus, we might not have enough room in the jails. And so at some point, the banks will be looked into. The Vatican will be looked into. The governments will be looked into. The elites and the celebrities, music, film, whatever, all looked into. And they will have to pay a price. To the extent that it is crimes against humanity. To the extent that it will be a class action. Because everyone that suffered through what these people have done will be claiming from them. And all of the people that think, I hope nobody ever finds out, I hope nobody ever finds out. I'll keep it quiet, I'll keep it quiet. No. No. I don't know how many times I can say the same thing. No. It won't be kept quiet. None of it. See, what happens is normally one person will come forward, then another person will come forward, and then 100 people will come forward, and then 1,000 people will come forward, and then these people who are genuine, who come forward, will make their claims. But this evil is worldwide. This evil is pinpointed to certain people around the globe. And it will be those people that will have to divvy up. BlackRock ain't doing too good, is it? Did I mention that not so long ago? The truth is the truth. And I'm not here to scare people. I'm here to tell you the truth. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, great. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Have no reason to care. It's the truth. Can't worry about it. Not going to get upset with it. Not going to get happy over it. It just is what it is. Like, I'm expected to be over the moon because I will be abundant. I don't care about being abundant. I care that everybody is able to live the life that they want to live. Which is why I say, do unto others as they want done to them. That's how simple it is. As they want done to them. Just choose your way of life in your imagination. Ask, and ye shall receive. Need to do it in the right way. Need to be worthy. Need to follow the process to get past the bullshit now. I find it hard to believe that you're prepared to sacrifice your own happiness, wealth, well being, whatever, because you want to destroy somebody else. Or you don't want to see somebody else have it. What? You're not going to have it because you're stopping them having it. Okay, you both suffer. Or you both have it. Said before, two people put in a room. There's a shelf up above. It's got a million in it, dollars, pounds, whatever, but can't reach it. And you're the sort of person that will not let somebody get on your shoulders or go on somebody else's shoulders because you don't want to share it. You want all of it or none of it. Fucking stupid. You want all of it or none of it. And you don't want them to have half. Like, I want the whole million or I don't want anything. And I'm not prepared to work with this person because I don't want this person to have half. Now, in this scenario, you already have the million. But you haven't earned it properly. You could give it away. It's not yours. You don't deserve it. You could give it away. No, no, no. It's mine. It's mine. I earned it. It's mine. No, you didn't. No, it's mine anyway. It's mine. I'm not going to give it away. And down the road, it gets taken. Are you upset it was taken from you? Now you know how they felt. Do you think it's unfair? Now you know how they felt. Are you going to get any of it back? No, because you don't deserve it. But here's the kicker. If you gave it away, if you gave it away, as you reap, so shall you sow. If you gave it away, some of it might come back. But if it had to be taken from you, you didn't give fuck all. So you don't get fuck all. You had a chance to give it away, to give it up, to say, look, what I did was wrong. I shouldn't have done this to get this. I hope that by doing the right thing, I'm not judged too harshly. Instead, it's like, no, no, it's mine, it's mine. No, it's not. Never was, never should have been. So there are people trying to do not just me, I'm not talking about me, talk about the whole world. There are people that are denying others what is due to them. It's theirs. It really is theirs. It's their inheritance. It belongs to them. They should have had it ages ago. When the people wake up to what's happened, they will make a claim for that inheritance. Talked about straw man the other day. They'll make a claim for it. And it's rightfully theirs and it cannot be denied. The maritime law as opposed to the land law. Bullshit. Not universal and doesn't stand. The doctors, the lawyers, the judges, the government officials, police, free letter agencies, whatever, all of these people that have allowed this to happen are being judged. The judge being judged. And I'm sure you've already heard about judges, getting their comeuppance, or that the FBI doing internal, internal affairs, or the CIA, or Interpol, or MI5, or whatever it is. And let's not forget the royalty. Well, talking about governments and politicians, but there's royalty and dictators and presidents, and if this world is supposed to be run by the people, there shouldn't be any royalty. There shouldn't be any presidents. Basically just housekeepers, because they get to keep the house. Just people who are looking after other people, given the authority not to make laws, not that authority. They're given the authority to put in place aids to help the people. That's it. Excuse me. Democratic, is run by the people, as is the Republic. And yet, it isn't. There is no need to have these governments and these presidents and these prime ministers and kings and queens and whatever. Now, listen, we're told that the people asked God for a king because other people have got a king. Well, that goes against the spirituality stuff, doesn't it? Because there's a little bit of envy going on there. There's a little bit of pride going on there. There's a little bit of jealousy going on there. There's a little bit of whatever. Not much deep soul searching there. We want a king because they've got a king. Be careful what you wish for. Did the people really say they wanted a king? Or did the king just make himself king? You see, it's easy for people to make themselves believe they're something that they're not because they have money. And they choose to buy land which doesn't belong to them. I said the other day about if every country is in debt, where's all the money going? Who's getting paid? Someone is getting paid. Whilst every country is in debt, some fucker is super rich. How is that possible? That some people are richer than the country. Listen, and the country has got money from the people to run the fucking country. Well, you don't deserve the job then. If you can't run the country without being in debt, go fuck yourself. Because your house, the house that you live in, or the houses, and the apartments that you live in, you wouldn't run it, so you're in debt. Would you? You would not run your fucking house so that you are in debt with money that we fucking gave you to pay you to run our country that is not in debt. Because that's why you tax us. And if you can't work out that the money we pay is enough to run our country without being in debt, then you shouldn't be doing the fucking job. Because the money we pay is absolutely enough to run the country, any country, without being in debt. But you choose to do other things with our money. Our money, not yours. It is not yours to spend. It is our money, ours. It is ours to be spent in the way that we think it should be spent. In the way we believe that you are going to spend it. That's how it should be done. That's how it will be done. Thy will be done on earth. So, the truth is, you people that are in charge are fucking liars, greedy, narcissistic, misogynistic, cannibalistic, all of these other fucking words, and you are liars. And I'm telling you the truth. And going forward, I only want to hear the truth. Coming from these people that run the countries that are all in debt. Now, there might be one or two that aren't in debt, where these rich people go. But it's our money, ours. Meant for us to live I don't know. Happiness is the pot, isn't it? So you are supposed to spend our money in a way that is for our highest good, not for your highest good. And you're not meant to make us suffer and put us in fear so we will accept the bullshit that you do. See, you were hiding all this, manipulating it all, so as it looked like it was something that it wasn't. But now, remember, you were sheltered and nothing was seen. And now you're not. You were using energy that wasn't yours, and now you're not. And you've been spending money that isn't yours, and now you won't. Only tell the truth. That's it. And I don't care. I don't care. All I care about is at some point in the future, I will wake up to sun shining, birds singing, and I'm off to see my mate Big Ears because I'm naughty. No. And everybody's happy. And there's three little birds beside my doorstep singing sweet songs. Everybody's happy. Or the majority of people are happy. And no one's getting screwed over because somebody thinks they're God. So I'll leave it with that. What have I missed? What have I missed? Oh no, oh, you've been talking. Solver, no offence. What's that for? I've heard almost every solver, no offence. I have to go do some labour. Cheers, trusted. Thanks for popping in. I'm going now. I'm going. Why? Not off the top of my head. Oh, it's come off the top of mine. Captain Kidd, do you know the name of the smallest island in the island? I thought it was a Galapagos. God didn't give any rights to Americans. The creator was the Second Continental Congress. There you go. Well, I thought it was the Chinas. I've noticed lately, if you don't agree with people, they call you a bully for some reason. Not referring to you. Okay. If God gives me rights, only God can take. Hey, Sparky. Yeah, but God isn't. God exists, but only as Satan, not as Yahuwah Father. So if God gives you anything, it's an evil God, not the real God. Yes, but see, those in God, that name is Gad or Gadriel, Gaad. In Gad, the demon, is the demon of fortune, and that's why in Gad you trust, because you trust in that demon of fortune. The demon who these people sell their soul to, the elites, the celebrities, government officials, blah blah blah, who Satan wants you to believe. Satan wants you to believe because he wants the throne. Wants you to believe that he and Jesus are going to save you in a rapture, but there was no J, so it can't be Jesus. And there was no J, so it can't be hallelujah. Hallelujah. So the first word, because it's praise Yah, in the beginning was the word, and that word was not God. It was Yah for Yahuwah. So in the beginning was Yah, that's his name, or his title, and his name's Yahuwah. So praise Yah. Hallelujah. And the reason they used Jesus was not to get rid of Yahshua, it was to get rid of Yah, the Father. If not for my name, I would have nothing. My creation has been stolen by God. My children has been stolen by God. You are all blaspheming and taking Yahuwah's name in vain when you call him God. Because that's not his name. It isn't. It just isn't. So, in the original Hebrew, it's Yahuwah. He hasn't got many names because he says it's that name for eternity. So, this person that you call God is a copycat, which is how these people live. He's a mimic, pretending to be something he's not. And neither is Jesus, because there was no J, there was no Jehovah, there was no J, there is no Yahweh, because it's Yahuwah. Y H A H. Y A H. V is U, not W. U. And then AH again for the H. Yahuwah. So the name is Yah, and this God person is a fucking false idol that you are worshipping, that you were told about in your own Bible, that you would fall for it, but that you shouldn't, because I have only one name for eternity. It is not Lord Baal. It is not Yahweh. It is not Jehovah. It is not God. It is not any of those things. It just isn't. And the last bit. I don't care that you don't care. Good. I'm glad you don't care that I don't care, because that's the best way to be. Don't worry about it. Don't care. You, in life, all you need to be concerned about is what is for your highest good, as long as it doesn't fuck anyone over. You take care of you. Like I said, it's like that. Put the mask on first. You take care of you, then worry about the other people. Because if you fail, they fail. And even if you give to them, if you go, what are they going to do? They still fail. Like, imagine you're in the plane, it crashes, and you decide that you're going to put the mask on the children first. You put the mask on, they survive, and you pop it. What are they going to do? Are they going to thank you? No. Are they going to survive? No. That's just the truth. They're not. So put the mask on yourself first. Don't worry about anyone else. It's not selfish. It's not egotistical. It's just common sense. You do you. You be the best that you can be, and you may then rub off on someone else. And they may be the best that they can be. Or you are able to help somebody else because you're in a good place. But if you're never in a good place, you don't help yourself and you don't help anyone else. So be the best you. Don't care. Don't care what people think. Don't care what other people are doing. It doesn't matter. Don't care that they've got 6 houses and 28 cars and whatever else. Don't worry about it. Your time will come. If you're worthy, if you do all the right things, you can have what you want. If you want one house and one car and a wife, 2 kids or 2.5 kids or whatever it is, and a pet, whatever. Just do you. Whatever makes you happy. Want to live by the sea? Ask, believe, be worthy, job done. It's over. Done. Stop talking negatively on yourself. Stop saying you can't do stuff. Stop saying things all I'm not saying, I'm just explaining. Stop saying things are always going wrong. Stop saying, why do I have to keep waiting? Stop saying it's never going to happen. Stop saying all those things. Just be positive. And believe that justice, not law, is going to prevail. Justice, universal justice, not man's justice. Because man's justice is set up for you to fail. And it's set up for them to win. Who is that? Black's Beach. They're probably, well, he must have been here before because you've got the blue doodah. But I can't even remember that name, the BB. There's probably a real solver out there somewhere out there. Have a wonderful night, Mary. Yes, it's 2252 at the 17/11/2025. It's 10:53 now. I got it wrong. It was 52. The 52 B52. Yeah, there probably is a real solver out there somewhere. Oh, you're talking to the chase about the chase. I thought you meant like a solver of the world's problems. No, I knew you meant the chase really, but I'm trying to solve the world's problems. Well, I'm not trying. I am. And there's a whole load of other people doing exactly the same. And between us, and obviously Mother Nature, and Father, and Gaia, Isis, Inanna, whatever name you want to give, it doesn't matter. It's all good stuff. So have some hearts, have some flowers, have some giggles, and keep it 100. So I appreciate you popping in. Like I say, definitely spiritual. No shortcuts. If you want to ascend, if you want the good life, you have to go within. You have to get rid of what doesn't serve you. You have to get used to your shadow. The shadow knows. If you can, I'll put that poem out, and you have to do all them things. If you can do all them things, then you'll be a man, my son, blah, blah, blah. But if you can balance your light and dark, I would say that. If you can balance your light and dark, if you can balance your yin and yang, if you can balance your masculine and feminine, and still have time for football, and still understand what's going on. Like the world would be a better place if men and women could understand each other. And that's not impossible. Difficult, but not impossible. Because we are taught differently. We are separated. Just like religion, just like everything else. Divide and conquer, divide and conquer, divide and conquer. That's all it is. So we need to go into a world where it's all working together, which is what I've talked about, Babel, the Tower of Babel, whatever. When they're all coming together, he separated them, changed the languages, and blah blah blah. It's like, oh yeah, that really sounds like a loving God. That does. I'll talk about your God, not my Father. You know, a loving Father will go, oh look, I'm all working together, like as one unit, building this amazing thing. Instead, he says, oh no, I can't have you doing that. Don't all work together. Don't build this amazing thing. Look, I'm going to separate you all and make you speak different languages so you can't get on with each other. Like, that's just what that no, it wouldn't happen. Not a loving father wouldn't do that. He'd be like, yeah, well done, all working together, coming up with this ingenious plan, building this amazing tower. But no, apparently he was like, no, don't work together. No, I'm going to punish you for working together. I'm going to separate you and I'm going to change all your languages and you won't be able to talk to each other because you won't understand each other. What? Yeah, you're a really caring father, you are. So, there's plenty of hints in the book that says this person that says he's God is really Satan. And he has some evil thoughts and ideas about how people should, live life. And, same with how they described Allah or, Muhammad and the things that they did. It's like, if you want to be in this religion, you need to do this, this, and this, and this, and this. It's like, what? That's totally evil. Can't do that. Yeah, well, if you want to be in the religion, you have to. You have to treat women like this, and you have to do this, and you have to do that. It's like, what? No. But, Allah is God, and God is Baal, and Baal is Lord, and it's the same. And the Cabal, whatever it's called, Black Square, is God. You might as well say that's God because that's Baal. That's Hubal. That's, a pagan place that was before. Told you, Forrest said if you get lost, go back to the beginning. So you go back to the beginning, you end up with the one name forever, which is somebody telling you, listen, in order to get through life, these are the things that you need to do, and this is how it was created. And then gives you the gene sequence and everything else with those words that he uses. Not lying. So you go back to the beginning, you get this person's name. Now, this person is saying, I'm the one. I want to be known as the one. But it doesn't necessarily say that that information, is fully conversant with, confirmation with the known universe. So it could be just information to take you out of this matrix. Like clues left to tell someone in the future that you're going to get screwed over by these people unless you listen to me. Because if you don't listen good, they're going to fuck you over come rapture time. If, that indeed is how it's supposed to be. So the information was left to stop human civilization getting fucked over by this false matrix. I'd say that was a good thing. That somebody had the foresight to say, if I write this now, in 2,000 years' time, no, not 2,000, because it was written before then, in 3,000 or however many years after it was written, when the Hebrew had it, someone's going to come along and read it and throw a spanner in the works of this matrix and create creation, real creation. Because we are supposed to co create with the creator. Remember, there's no time. There's no time. So the creator can create this world in the future. Because there's only time now because it's been separated out. And that explains why the human and the egg, the chicken and the egg, the snake and the egg, the lizard and the egg, the bird and the egg, whatever. Which came first? No such thing as time. No such thing as time. None. No such thing as time. So potentially, if there's no such thing as time, potentially, here is the bird here. This is the past. This is the future. Here is the chicken in the future. Here comes creation in the past. Here's the chicken here in the future. Here comes creation in the past. So which came first, the chicken or the egg? The chicken. Back to lay the egg. Yeah, the rooster's the other one. So to lay the egg. And that's how you can create creation. It's already created. Because there's no such thing as time. It's all there. It's all one. It's all together, everything. You can only see it as time when it's separated to past and future. And now in the future, because it's now separated, in the future, God can create. Your God, my Father. God can create. So in the future, creation. In the past. And it doesn't matter what came first because, a bit like Noah's Ark, they all went in, all came out. So because it's all one, all intertwined, everything's all there, it can happen. We don't believe it because now it's all separated. And in anywhere from there to there, Father, God, whatever, was created in order to create. So this is the end of time. This is the beginning of time, which was no time. There was no time. There wasn't any time. It was just all together as one. And within that all together as one, something was created. Here it is. Can you see it's all getting created? And now, it's all separated. So it must have been created here. No, it's created here. Now we see it here. And we've gone from this past and we're going to this future. Well, it's way out in the distance somewhere. So the reason we don't understand it is because we believe our fixed time, it has to happen in the past. But there wasn't any time. So it happened when it happened. And that's what you need to get used to, divine timing. It happens when it's supposed to happen. Don't wait for it to happen. I know Forrest said you have to wait. But don't try and force it to happen. It's happened. If you're worthy and you've done everything and you've asked for it in the right way, your physical mind and your subconscious, or your heart and your mind, if you ask in the right way, and you've asked the universe or Father, whoever, whatever you, however you believe it or see it, you ask the unseen, there it is. The order's been put in. Don't keep chasing the order. distracted. Oh, where is it? 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 Because you'll stop it from coming. Because you're basically saying it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. So you put your order and you believe that it's going to happen. It's like going to McDonald's and saying, like, I want a Big Mac meal. You know you're going to get it, but then you have to drive around to the window or whatever and wait. But you know you're going to get it, so you're not overly fast. You know, and that's the same. Yep, you put your order. You're worthy. You've done your soul searching. You fully understand who you are. You live in your highest good, your highest purpose for you and everyone else. And you know that what it is that you've asked for is going to come to you. So you carry on living your life, asking for other stuff and doing your daily routine. And life's shit and you really hate it and you're desperate for this thing to happen. But divine timing, it's happened. You just got to walk into it. So we're going to be walking into something really, really good soon. Really, really good. Really, really good. Uh-oh. What the? Yahoo! In the beginning, man was brown, long hair, bone through the... Then came King bow down and kiss his ring. No king is a god and no god is a king. Cool, I like that. So, and that's the point. Like, we don't need king, we don't need president, we don't need dictator, we don't need whatever. Or queen, whatever. They chose a position to rule, and there is no rule. Father is not a ruler, he's a father. And you respect him for being who he is. But he's not a dictator, he's not an authoritarian, he's not whatever these things that he's been made out to be. He's not. He's the highest version of you who wants the best for you. That's it. That's it. And he's already given you it. You've asked for it, he's already got it ready. You just have to walk into it. You have to know. It's important to know what's worth knowing and what isn't. You have to know. So, yeah. I thank you for listening. Like I say, all roads lead to Rome, which means all religion leads to the Vatican, which means it's all a lie. Religion's a lie, history's a lie, and knowing that, you should know that the now is a lie, the matrix is a lie, and you have to work out why is it. So claim back your power, claim your inheritance, understand that within you, you have the ability to be a creator, a God creator, co-creating with Father, the universe, whatever. Because within you is his spark. That's fact. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. When the sperm meets the egg, there is a spark. A proven, I'm not lying. That spark, the divine spark, however you want to, imagine it, it takes place. And they don't understand it, but it takes place. It may be the idea, which is the poem contains the idea, some bright spark, and that was it. So, and, it talks about Father already knows you before you're in the womb. Is this the energy? We're all energy. So this is the energy. So we're energy and we're mostly water. And water seems to be living in some way, shape or form, because if you freeze it after being nice to it and after being horrible, it emanates different patterns. Nice smooth pattern, very jagged and coarse pattern. So that would say that there must be some sort of almost sentient life for it to react like that. So I've been told for ages that we can't use the water in the oceans because it's too expensive. And it's like, hang on a minute, the pirates desalinated water in order to live. Pirates. They took the water and they desalinated it on the ship and made it into good water. Took out the salt and the impurities, etc. But we can't do it now. Bullshit. So there's stuff that we're not meant to do because it goes against these people and their desire to be God and their desire to be, I don't know. I don't know how much more financially better off you can be when you've already got trillions. Just don't. I don't see the need to keep making people suffer so you can have more trillions. Just beyond me. So thank you. Take care, everyone. Ciao for now.